This message is for Prince MisiZulu. We are not quite king of the Zulu nation just yet. It's in limbo. It's on hold. And I'm beginning to think now it's because of your bad judgment call, MisiZulu. I love you as my cousin, as my brother, who lived with you here in the United States, and predicted many years ago that you'd become king because you were very humble, you were down to earth, you were very considerate, and you were just a humble kid. You know, and I fell in love with you, and I just knew you were going to become king. Now I understand why, your kingship is now in limbo. You're making very bad judgment calls, MisiZulu. Why would you take a gift from King Mswati, the third of Swaziland, a $2 million gift, a car, a BMW brand new, knowing full well what Swaziland is going through? For one, why do you hang around King Mswati? He's a shady character. He murders people. He steals. He loots. The whole country is going down because of him. One man, King Mswati the third. I know he's your uncle, okay? And he paid for your school here in the United States for reasons beyond me. Because your father was taking 6 billion in Malangeni, 6 billion from the South African government. Why couldn't he, as a billionaire, pay for you at school in the United States? Why did King Mswati pay for you in the United States for your education? You told me that King Mswati was paying for you here. And I verified that information with other people. Boy Mdluli, who controlled the king's purse strings, confirmed that information for me, that you were being covered in the United States by King Mswati. That's why you're running around like a little dog with King Mswati. Is that why, MisiZulu? Very bad judgment call to associate with this shady character who kills people, who murders people. Now he's giving you a gift for 2 million and you accept it. MisiZulu, if you're going to be a king of the Zulu nation, you need to exercise good judgment call. And you need to act like a leader and speak up when you see wrong things. You should have declined that gift. Your grandfather, King Sobhuza II, my grandfather, King Sobhuza II, would never take a gift for 2 million, knowing what Swaziland is going through from anybody. A car for that matter, a BMW, 2 million, and you think that's okay. You can just accept the 2 million gift from King Mswati, knowing that the money is stolen from the people of Swaziland. How do you, in good conscience, do that? And how does it look? You're supposed to be becoming king of Zululand. You're taking a gift from the king of Swaziland, King Mswati, the BMW, because he's sticking it to the South African government and those people who are contesting your kingship. So I don't understand, MisiZulu, your bad judgment call. And then he collects another wife from you. That woman who works at SWAZI Bank, the managing director, that is King Mswati's orchestration. And I'm very much aware of that. And that's not who you are. You were very educated here in the United States, in Indiana and Florida. Very decent kid. You were raised by my aunt, Princess Manvombi, the queen of Zululand. That is your mother. A very humble woman who's just like her daddy, King Sobhuza II, my grandfather, your grandfather. So why can't you follow in your mother's footsteps? Why are you following this little baboon, a criminal, murderer, King Mswati III, running around with him and making all these bad judgment calls? That is why your kingship is in limbo, MisiZulu. You are hanging around evil people like King Mswati III. Why do you hang around this little baboon? Why do you do that, MisiZulu? You know better. You were educated in this United States. You are smart, you're intelligent, you're very sophisticated. Why do you move around with this little baboon, King Mswati III? I mean, it doesn't look good, MisiZulu. Just the optics of it. This man is killing people in Swaziland. He has killed close to 100 people, throwing people to crocodile-infested rivers, throwing Swazis to Ehlane Game Reserve, stealing and looting, telling Swazis the country belongs to him and him alone. Why do you associate with that trash, MisiZulu? Why? Can you tell me? You're supposed to be a Zulu king. We are not going to ascend the throne if you're making this bad judgment call this early in the game. That's why people King Mswati is on crack cocaine. I certainly hope you're not on drugs like him. I hope he has not taught you drugs, MisiZulu. And I certainly hope he's not teaching you this ritual murder nonsense. The other thing when I'm MisiZulu, the Zulus down there in KwaZulu-Natal are killing SWAZIs and attacking SWAZIs, the truck drivers. You have not spoken up. Even before you become the king, as a crown prince, you need to speak up. You need to educate those people that SWAZIs and Zulus are one and the same people. You are half Zulu and half SWAZI. I am half Zulu and half SWAZI. You need to educate those dumb, ignorant people down there in Zululand and let them know who they are. They don't know their history because of apartheid. You know, they were giving Bantu education. You, if you're going to be a leader and king, get up and stand up like King Shaka Zulu and speak up and be a leader. Don't be somebody's little puppy dog. You know, little lapdog for King Mswati. A thief, an evil man. Why do you associate with this trash? Oh, he's